Veteran director Zack Snyder, known for his extensive work in the DCU, revealed that he took his work with him when he left Warner Brothers. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. It was a terrible moment for Zack Snyder when he temporarily left the production of Justice League to attend to some personal matters. He was devastated when he saw Joss Whedon stepping in as the director and the chaotic mess that it resulted in. But, when he left Warner Brothers, he made sure to take his work laptop with him. The laptop contained the 4-hour version of his vision of Justice League, and Snyder decided to use it in the best way possible. The end result was the poorly received Whedon's Justice League, which was hailed by many fans as one of the worst DC films to exist. However, when Snyder left Warner Brothers, he took his laptop with him on which a sticker of Justice League was emblazoned. After leaving Warner Brothers, Snyder was often called for his input on the film that was being made by Joss Whedon. It got to a point where Zack and Deborah Snyder, his wife, decided to stop completely. Zack Snyder finally got to see his version of the film released in theaters as Zack Snyder's Justice League was eventually released in 2021. The film turned out to be one of Snyder's best and was one of the most anticipated films for DC characters. However, it wasn't without some disputes. As per his talks with Vanity Fair, the laptop had the 4-hour uncut version of his version of the film. The film was devoid of any visual effects or music and was completely in black and white. We would just show it to random people who stopped by, like our friends or whatever. As fate would have it, fans of Snyder went on a campaign, and the hashtag release the Snyder Cut hashtag was trending on Twitter, now X, for quite a while. Snyder loved morally gray characters, and as a result, there were some tensions with Warner Brothers while he was working on his films. According to his interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Snyder reported that they picked the wrong guy. Starting in 2013, Snyder's take on Henry Cavill's Man of Steel forced people to turn their heads as Superman's no-kill rule was broken on theater screens. His DCU was a dark take on these characters who were rather on the good or evil side. Released in 2021, the iconic film currently stands at a rating of 7.9/10 on IMDb and an equally impressive 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. The iconic film is available to stream on Max in the U.S. I never looked at it as the job, oh, I'm the architect of DC. I need to create entertainment for DC that sells toys, and that is for the masses and fun for everyone. He further continued, I didn't care about that. I liked Batman, I liked Superman, I wanted to make something cool. You picked the wrong guy if you wanted a product. After the Snyder Cut was released in theaters, fans fell in love with the director's style. Zack Snyder's Justice League was Snyder's final gift to the DCU before he decided to part ways for good. The Justice League saga, Zack Snyder felt betrayed by Warner Brothers in his lowest moments, which clouded his creative pursuits. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. While Zack Snyder was mourning the loss of his daughter, Warner Brothers took advantage of the opportunity to significantly alter the Justice League. They hired Joss Whedon, who instilled his own style in the film and significantly altered Snyder's original vision. As a result, the 2017 film received mixed critical reviews and failed to connect with die-hard fans who had been anticipating Snyder's version. Snyder recently opened up to Wired about some painful thoughts he was having at the time. Zack Snyder's Justice League is one of the most talked-about sagas in the turbulent world of superhero movies. Fans and Snyder himself were in shock over what happened to this massive project, from its early excitement to its devastating aftermath. Rather than fighting for the Justice League, the Army of the Dead director decided to concentrate on his family's recovery. However, after losing all creative control over his 2017 $657.9 million film, he felt deeply betrayed by WB during his darkest time. Snyder's distinct storytelling style was evident in films such as Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. And not to forget, his resurrected Snyder Cut of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, promised to be his magnum opus under his direction. However, tragedy struck the filmmaker's life during the filming of Justice League when he lost his daughter unexpectedly. This calamitous event cast a pall over the project, forcing him to step away from the director's chair. This, understandably, resulted in significant changes in the film's creative direction. With the release of the Snyder Cut, which gave the filmmaker the redemption he had long sought, cinematic history underwent a sea change. The fanbase was ecstatic to see Snyder's true creative vision return. With its 4-hour epic, which received overwhelmingly positive reviews and established Snyder as a visionary filmmaker. Zack Snyder's Justice League became an international phenomenon. Yeah, during post-production, and I found no solace in the work. The life I created for myself was of no comfort to this other experience. If we're honest with ourselves, in what we pursue, we hope that pursuit will have some catharsis for us in the struggles that we have in our lives. And I just think that was the darkest time, because I felt like I turned to the thing that I love, and it turned its back on me as well. The fan movement of wanting to know what Justice League was supposed to be, that was cathartic. Because the making of Justice League was that exact same thing that had betrayed me. And then being able to dedicate the movie to autumn. With Justice League, Zack Snyder undoubtedly experienced both great highs and terrible lows. In his lowest moments, he felt betrayed by Warner Brothers, which clouded his creative pursuits. The filmmaker believed that the production of Justice League was the same as being betrayed. He told Wired, his next film, Rebel Moon, will open in limited theaters on December 15, 2023. Watch Zack Snyder's Justice League on Max in 2017. The director announced that he would be leaving the project in the middle of production due to the suicide of his 20-year-old daughter, via People. Though Snyder initially returned, Joss Whedon took over as director for the rest of the film to allow Snyder to grieve. Snyder explained why he could not continue working on the film in an interview with CinemaBlend's Sean O'Connell. "I just was kind of done with it. I was in this place of knowing, my family needs me more than this bulls, and I just need to honor them and do the best I can to heal that world. I had no energy to fight the studio and fight for the movie. Literally, zero energy for that." The release of the Snyder Cut, on the other hand, signaled a redemption unlike any other, proving that Snyder's creative genius had never truly died. The excitement that fans have for his upcoming endeavors proves that extraordinary things can come from perseverance in the face of hardship. Veteran director Zack Snyder, known for his extensive work in the DCU, revealed that he took his work with him when he left Warner Brothers. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. It was a terrible moment for Zack Snyder when he temporarily left the production of Justice League to attend to some personal matters. He was devastated when he saw Joss Whedon stepping in as the director and the chaotic mess that it resulted in. But, when he left Warner Brothers, he made sure to take his work laptop with him. The laptop contained the 4-hour version of his vision of Justice League, and Snyder decided to use it in the best way possible. The end result was the poorly received Whedon's Justice League, which was hailed by many fans as one of the worst DC films to exist. However, when Snyder left Warner Brothers, he took his laptop with him on which a sticker of Justice League was emblazoned. After leaving Warner Brothers, Snyder was often called for his input on the film that was being made by